The art of lying to our parents. Is this really an art? Is this something that we were just born with? I think it is. And I can think of myself, mostly through junior high and high school, coming up with some white lies, to make sure that my parent didn't overreact to something that I was doing. We all have these examples of lying to our parents. Even though we were raised, of course, not to lie to our parents, not to lie at all. Can lying actually be an effective tool for somebody with cognitive loss or dementia that you're trying to convince them something to do? Oftentimes, we as caregivers, we have to come up with ways to get people to take medicine, to eat, to drink water, to do the things that we know are good for them, even though they may not want to always do those things. Lying can be a very useful tool for those things, and I'm going to give you 3 examples, recent examples that I've heard that lying helps work with people with dementia. The first one comes, and is probably the most common one that I hear of. They have a parent that has cognitive loss, is dangerous on the road, yet continues to drive and is very resistant about wanting the freedom to drive. And so what do people do? Well, people typically, they do one thing, they hide the keys. Well, that can be very frustrating for people, but they know that there's a trade-off between hiding the keys, keeping those keys out of that person's hand, and having a big accident where not only it could hurt the loved one that we're talking about, but it can hurt some innocent person out there. Logic tends not to work with this group, and so we do have to come up with some ways. I've heard of people disconnecting the battery to the car, or taking the car out of the garage and moving it somewhere else, completely hiding the keys, even getting a dummy key so they can't use it. Maybe they get in the car and they're trying to use it and they can't use it, and then they come back inside the house. Another example of this is one that I go through all the time with my mom. After a 45-minute stay or so, I'm usually ready to leave the care home where my mom lives. She doesn't quite understand how long I've been there for. And so she'll, where are you going? What are you doing now? Maybe I can come with you. All these different things. And so what I'll try to do is say, I have to go pick up my kids. I have a dinner that I have to go to. There's a couple different go-to pieces, but and then often she'll be like, well, when are you coming back? And I'll just say, well, I'll be back tomorrow. It's like, oh, tomorrow? I'll be like, well, you know what? I'll come back later tonight. How's that? And she'll be like, that's better. Yeah, thank you. Now, I don't come back later tonight, but she doesn't know that because she'll have forgotten by then. So it just allows her to reduce the stress off of her shoulders. The final one, the client themselves had Parkinson's and dementia type symptoms, but very resistant to going to a care home, has always been very resistant. In fact, had checked himself out of different skilled nursing facilities in the area. So making it more challenging for the folks that are doing the care. What we did was we sat down with him and we talked about how we've gathered a team that works with their doctor, works with the home health staff. We're going to get you some rehabilitation. We're going to get you the right foods, the right people in order to start making you feel better. Now, we do want them to feel better. It isn't exactly a team like I'm talking about, but it was effective enough to help him realize that staying home wasn't going to be a good strategy for him because he was really struggling there, and getting him to a place like a care home that can accommodate his needs better. But this lie was there to protect him and his wife, who were really struggling with him staying home. So lots of different ways we can look at lying, whether it's good, whether it's bad. I think in this circumstance, some lies are done for the right reason, are going to be good lies, and can be a useful tool when you're working with somebody who has dementia. Please give me a call if you are looking for a care home a caregiver. If you're looking for placement into assisted living, I can help guide you in and navigate the situation for you, and then also help you with some of these tricky little conversations that you're going to have, in order to help your parent or your loved one get to the place where it's going to make a smoother transition for them. Okay? We'll talk soon. Okay, take care.